You're watching Shy Talk, where we talk that talk.
And we are back with Mrs. Tamia Osborne, and we're talking about her life right here, growing up in Houston, Texas. Now, you told us that you had a mother that pretty much was, I guess, kind of abandoned you when you were little, and you kind of raised yourself, and she had 15 children. You're like the ninth out of 15, right? The seventh out of 15. That's a huge family. Yes. Do you know your siblings, all your siblings now?
Yes, it's just one I haven't met. I mean, I never really met her, but yes, it's one. But everybody else is like, I can call. Yeah. Mostly some of them, and really all of them. Yeah. But yeah, we can call, we talk to each other. We've been trying to link up and get together, like do a little family thing, but it's all God's will be done.
Yeah, are they everybody here in Houston? Got to make that happen.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Just got to make that happen. That's good. Okay, so let's talk about something a little deeper that's close to your heart. I know that molestation is something that many people grow up with and experiencing. How did that influence you in your life? What can you tell us about that?
It really victimized me. I really know I was a victim of it until I grew up. So once I got on my walk, I seen that I was a victim of it. So which was like 3 years ago. So how it kind of influenced me and messed me up, at first I used to make excuses for it. Well, I got molested, I got molested, but now I'm using the same thing that I use for excuses for not doing something. I'm using that same thing to bring, for coming out of. So thank God that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't really like talking about it like, because it was a man. How can he touch a little girl, that don't even much have breasts is what I have now. So it was like, yuck.
Yeah. So have you gotten to a place to forgive your perpetrator?
Even though I went to his funeral and everything, and that was one of them. That's one of the many. I didn't ever see the other ones, but the one of them is my mom's last husband, which while she's a widow now, he gone. This is my younger sister father. But yeah, my husband didn't even much know until the funeral, so I held it in for a long time. I never talked about it, and reason why, because my little sister, as she was getting molested, she told me. And I knew she wasn't storing. She wouldn't tell my mom. My mom went off on her, so that's something that I held in until now. When I was older.
You didn't feel like you had a safe place to let that be known, right?
Yes.
So how did that affect you raising your children?
Well, it really, to me, it turned out better because I held on. I secured them. So even though I could have, did more with my life, but I did. I mean, I love being a mother. I love it. So it really made me stronger than being a mother, and made me, my kids look at me in a whole different way because they love me whether we going through it or we not. They still there for me. So
that's good.
Yeah. So it's just really me. It made me stronger at the end.
Yeah.
It made me very, very strong at the end.
Right?
Yes.
You don't know why you're going through stuff, but it's all about your perception, right? So how did you get in a place of wilding out, as you put it?
Really ain't have no, like I said, I really ain't have no secure, so, and then things already happened to me at home, right in my own house, so I didn't really respect what was going on in my house or the people that was in my house, so I left and went out to the streets.
Yeah.
I strayed real quick, like I was young, lost my virginity at 12 years old, so I was out there young.
Yeah, wow.
So, yes.
So you got to a moment where you had an aha moment, right? That aha moment. Tell us about that.
Like the aha, like I have an idea, like that. I didn't get that till I was like 26 years old. That's when my father died, and I think that's when the calling came over my life. So yes, that's when I got that aha moment. So as I was growing into the walk, I knew it wasn't me. I always believed in God. I went to church as a little girl. My grandmother did put us in church, but I didn't have a relationship with God. I didn't get that relationship with him until he put the calling over my life. I didn't even know it was a calling. Someone just heard me talking and how I was talking. They like, you must have a calling on your life.
Amen.
So I'm just growing into it, and that was the aha moment, is when Jesus Christ put the calling on my life. So,
Amen. Yes. You received him in your life and just haven't looked back since, yeah?
Yes, and haven't looked back since.
That is so good. Let's talk about your current day and how you met your husband, and how's marriage life?
Okay. Right after the wild in our life, I came to a point where I don't want to do none of that, so I branched out to my older sister's house, and as I branched out to my older sister's house, bam, there go my husband. Like, it was like almost 17 years ago.
Wow.
So we wasn't together, I say like 14 years, 14 years before we much got married. But once, I got the calling on my life and started getting closer to Christ, I knew we had to get married. So, thank God that he stepped up and he married me.
That's
you know,
so
and
good.
I gave him a choice. I ain't just put it on him. He
Right.
gave him a choice.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, that's so good. Made an honest woman out of you, right?
Yes.
Yes, wonderful. Now, what is the thing that you would say is the key to a successful marriage?
Hey, let God be the center of your marriage and be obedient to what He's telling you. You know, we got to respect your husband just as well. He got to respect his wife. So
That's right.
Got to keep going first.
That's right.
Yes.
Now, tell us about your ministry. Like, what do you feel like your purpose in ministry is?
It's definitely being more on faith, walking out on faith with everything, not just certain areas of our life, but everything. So, and that's where God first come from. Where the G1 come from is God first. So, yes.
God first.
Yes.
That's good.
First
Amen.
it was G1 Ministries, but as I grew on to people tagging on to the ministry, it came my family. So He just gave me family like a little bit before I went down, like last year, January the 9th, that's when He gave me G1 family. So I took it and went downtown and, hey, made it a name for me.
That's so good.
Yes.
So what is your favorite scripture?
Mine's, okay. The enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy, but I come so that we may have life and have it abundantly.
Absolutely.
I can't quote this. I can quote that scripture, but I can't tell you exactly where it's from, but it's in the Word. In
It
Jesus'
is
name,
definitely
amen.
in the Word. Absolutely. Now, tell us. We're going to take a break, okay? And when we come back, I want you to. I want to know what you would tell that boy or girl that is suffering from childhood abandonment, neglect, molestation, because so much is going on right now and people need hope. And so I want you to speak into the audience, the viewing audience, speak into their life and tell them, where you got your hope from. Sound
Amen.
good?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Hey guys, we'll be right back with more of Miss Tamia Osborne. But before that, it's time for Dine on a Dime with Miss Tanisha Harris. Hey guys, now it's time for Dine on a Dime with Tanisha. So what we got going on here in Houston, Texas?
Oh, we always have something going on here in Houston, and the lovely thing about it is when you have a certain type of budget, but you want to get out of the house and you really feel like you can't, there are things you can do around Houston that are really inexpensive, especially if you have a lot of children and you need to do family entertainment. So we have different restaurants here. Most people know about them. They know about advertisements probably from like Denny's, Golden Corral, things of that nature, where kids eat free on certain days.
Yes, that's right.
But there are other nice restaurants we may not be aware of. We can, scan and move around a little better. And so we have some that are like Texas Roadhouse out in Katy. They have a superhero night for kids. They dress up as superheroes and they get to eat free. Like that's on Monday nights.
Okay.
And so we have Italian food.
Yes.
So Antonia's Italian restaurant is on Tuesdays. That's near Sugarland area.
Okay.
And so we have Applebee's.
Okay, what you got at
Applebee's does something every week, one day a week. They have something for kids where they eat free as well.
Okay.
Berry Hill is one of the restaurants that also participates in some of that type of advertisement.
Okay.
But the best thing you could do is hit up this website, and it's called HoustonOnTheCheap.com.
Oh, wow.
So HoustonOnTheCheap.com.
Okay.
You can find all restaurants that have something given away for free. Usually it's for the kids, but sometimes you can get coupons for maybe your birthday.
Yeah.
So sign up with some of these restaurants and you get these birthday coupons in.
Good.
Go and turn them in, use them.
Yeah, is to go during lunchtime.
Yes.
Even at upscale restaurants, right? You can go at lunchtime and order you a salad.
That's a great idea.
An appetizer, just to be in the atmosphere,
yes.
right?
And there are actually some trays that you can buy, some of the entrees, not trays. There are entrees that you could buy during lunch that cost more after the lunch hour. So when it's dinner time, the price is way different when it's dinner.
Yeah, you're
but
right.
you can get to experience those nice entrees right at lunchtime.
Nice.
Really decent prices.
So tell us the website again.
Okay, it's called HoustonOnTheCheap.com.
All right. Please come right back as we finish up with Miss Tamia Osborne right here on Shy Talk.
You're watching Shy Talk, where we talk that talk.